This is URK 19 CS 1093, experiment number 8, exception handling. First question is a HackerRank question. Where you will be given two integers x and y as input. You have to compute x divided by y. If x and y are not 32-bit signed integers or if y is 0, exception will occur and you have to report it. Read sample input, output to know what to report in case of exception. So this is the sample input and sample output. So now let's see the program. So first we are importing java.io and java.util, and inside the main class called solution, we are inside the try block is used to enclose a particular code which might have a chance to throw exception. So here we are declaring two integer variables x and y, and we are getting the values, and we are printing x divided by y. And next, in case of exception, we are using try block, and catch is used for giving or declaring the type of exception. So here it is input mismatch exception e, and it will print the exception dot get class dot get name. Next catch is an exception called arithmetic exception. It will print the exception dot get class dot get name and additionally divided by 0. So let's see the output. So this is the output. We are giving 10 and 3, and you get the output as 3. So next question is, this method takes two integers n. You are required to compute the power of a number by implementing a calculator. Create a class myCalculator which consists of a single method long power int with two parameters, integer parameters. This method takes two integers n and p parameters and find n raised to p. If either n is or p is negative, then the method must throw an exception which says n or p should not be negative. Also, if both n and p are 0, then the method must throw an exception which says n and p should not be 0. So let's see the program. So this is a sample input and this is a sample output. So here we are importing java.util.scanner, and inside a class called myCalculator, we are declaring using a function long power passing two integer parameters like n and p, which throws an exception. Using if condition, we are checking whether n is less than 0 or p is less than 0. That is, if it is a negative numbers, if n and p are negative numbers, then it will throw a new exception and it will print n or p should not be negative. Else, if next condition is if n equal to 0 and p equal to 0, if this both condition is true, then it will throw an exception, n and p should not be 0. Else, it will return the math.power of n comma p. So next program, the output is so here these are the input values. So 3 and 5 it has given the power, 2 and 4 also it has given power, 0 0 it cannot, so it will print it's a java.lang.exception and it will print n and p should not be 0, and here minus value is there, so n or p should not be negative. The output. Next question is, feed a string s and print its integer value if s cannot be converted to an integer. Print bad string. So here input is a single string s and output should be print the passed integer value of s or bad string if s cannot be converted to an integer. So here sample input is 3 and output is 3. We have to get it in the form of, and if it is like another example is when you are giving instead a, then it will print bad string. So the problem is we are importing java.io, java.util, java.text, java.math, then java.util.regex. Then inside the main class called solution, inside the try block, try block is used to enclose when that code might throw an exception, and followed by try block. Here we are getting the m's value from the user and we are printing the m, and a try block followed by catch that will declare the exception type of exception and it will print bad string. And public starting word main string args, inside that scanner in equal to new scanner system.in. We are getting a string as equal to int. We are declaring a string, we are getting a string, and it will give demo of s. That is, it will go here and it will check whether it is a string, then it will print bad string. If it's an integer, it will give the integer. So let's run the. So here the input is 3, and yeah, because it's an integer, it will return integer. In case if it is an string, if we are giving string, then it will give bad string. We are moving to the demo question. Create an array of characters which will be initialized during runtime with vowels. If user enters any consonant, your code should generate a user-defined checked exception, invalid vowel exception. The description or message of invalid vowel exception is character as consonant. Handle the exception by using try, catch, finally, throw, and throws. So let's move to the program. So here we are package experiment underscore 8. We are importing java.util.scanner. Then we are creating a class called invalid vowel exception. This is to create a new exception called invalid vowel exception, which will extend the properties or data members from the class called base class called exception. Here we are declaring data member string message, and we are creating a constructor. And next function is public string to string. Then it will return cost plus the particular message. Then coming inside the main class called demo, we are creating a character array called C with size of 5, and inside the try block we are giving the code which which have a chance to throw exception. So using a for loop, we are initializing integer I equal to 0 and I will be less than c dot the length of the character, and it will increment, and we are getting the character from the user, and it is stored into the variable called a, and we are checking whether the entered character by the user is a, e, I, o, u using or condition between or, and if this condition is true, then it will store a's value into c of I. Else, if this condition is not true, that is if it is false, then it will it will throw a new exception, invalid vowel exception, and it will print character as consonant. So then it will try block is followed by catch, which will declare the particular exception, that is invalid vowel exception e, and it will print e. And ordered by finally keyword or block, where inside that it will give for char IC, that will it will print all the i's value, and finally will execute even if there is exception or even if there is no exception. So in both cases finally will run. So let's see the output. So I'm entering non vowel character, that is R. So it will give pause character as consonant. Now let's run with the vowels. So I'm entering A, and it will ask for another E, I, O, U. So it will, as for the finally block, it will print all the values entered by the user. So now let's see the program. That is define exception handling. Write a Java program to create a user-defined exception for the following. Create a student class and get the name of the student and 3 subject marks. Find the length of the name If the length of the name is greater than 7, throw length exception. Find the average of marks. If average is less than 50, then throw failed exception. If average is less than 75 and an average is greater than 50, throw not first class exception. If average is greater than 75, then throw first class exception. So let's see the program. So here we are importing java.util.scanner. First class is length exception, which will extend it from the data members from the exception, base class exception. Here we are giving string as the string message as the data member, and here this is the constructor, and it will print like it will return the public string to string will return cost plus the message. Likewise, we are creating a class for failed exception, same manner as we have created the length exception, and also first class exception and not first class exception, which will all extend from the base class exception. Now coming into the another class called student, we are declaring string name and 3 marks, 3 integer variables m1, m2 and m3 for getting 3 marks, and we are creating a constructor here, and inside that we are giving a function called length. Inside that we are giving a try block which contains the code which might throw an exception. We are checking whether name dot length, that is length of name, is whether greater than function is greater than 7, and if it is true, then it will throw a new length exception. I mean, it will throw a length exception and it will print length exception, and followed by a catch statement. It will print the particular exception, what kind of exception it is. And now next is average function. It will calculate the average m1 m plus m2 plus m3 divided by 3, followed by the try block. Again we are checking using if condition whether average is less than 50. If this throws an exception, it will throw new failed exception and it will print failed, and catches to declare the particular exception, that is failed exception. Then coming to another try block, we are checking another condition whether average is less than 50 and an average greater than 50. If this two condition is true, then it will throw a new not first class exception and will print not first class, followed by a catch block. It will declare this particular exception, that is not first class exception. Now the last one is like we are checking before try block, if average is greater than 75, then it will throw a new first class exception and it will print first class, and catch will declare the first class exception and it will print it. Then coming into the main class except underscore student, we are getting the name and 3 marks from the user, and it's been stored into the variable name m1, m2, m3, and we are creating an object student s1 equal to new student name m1, m2, m3, and we are calling s1 dot length and s1 dot average. So let's run. So I'm entering the name Jemima. First mark is 78, then 90, then 56. Run again, that is so because it is false from all the conditions, it will print length exception failed. Length exception and failed exception will be printed. According to these conditions, the given input is false, so it will print the length exception and failed exception. Thank you.